Hey, what's up, guys? It's your boy Patience. I decided to come at you guys with a little new one. So in this one, I just wanted to talk a little bit more about some of the aspects in game that I think could be developed a little bit more, so as to prevent more complications in the future. So I'm going to stick to the script with this one, keep it nice, brief, simple, and easy. So it starts with the mining experience, guys. So I previously did mining in Prospectus, MESC, recently, and I'm going to upload that soon so you can experience what that was like with me. So I'm going to go through with this. It says mining. The experience I personally had with mining was horrible, and the reward was fractional in comparison to hauling, bounty hunting, salvaging, and scavenging. With each of these other trades, I can make 15k minimum to over 300,000 to 400k. All of this in a space of an hour, potentially less than that time. Some people may reason it is easier to make 1 million to 3 or 4 million within that time, or more or less, but I believe this is down to play style. I personally choose to play realistic and produce for myself the most realistic experience possible as an astro activist. Not to mention, mining via ship can take up to 4 hours for your ores to cook before you even get paid, which is very unrealistic in many ways. If your registered material has been checked and branded, the processing is irrelevant as your job is now done, which means you just get paid, because you bought the ores and technically you sold the raw ores. You don't need to process, which means this is job title 1, mining, and job title 2 is now you're processing. So you're not just a miner, you're now also a processor. At the moment, the miner plays too many roles just for a simple wage packet, which is unrealistic. He does not only pull the ores from the core of a stone. So I'll repeat, he does not only pull ores from the core of a stone, but he also ships it to buyers, which is a second job title, but then collects the goods and hauls it as cargo. Technically it's a third title, which is another job title, to yet another buyer and then sells. Searching for buyers is another job title. So miners end up running far too many tasks and are paid far too low a cut to be acknowledged or considered a profession, yet alone a job. This is just all out slavery. Remember, they too have to protect themselves, as they may have a hard time paying for support and still making good profits, especially in a good amount of time. Some people might want profits ASAP, especially if their cost rates are going to be at a particular 20,000 is not a lot of money currently in Star Citizen. You can make 20,000 easily running simple crates or doing a simple bounty hunter. So telling someone that you're going to pay them 20,000 potentially within a space of whatever God knows time is irrelevant, which is going to bring me on to my next point in just a moment. So miners at the current cost rates in game should be getting paid well over a couple billion, as trillion is far too extreme, as there is no real economy in game yet. Their services are also a demand, as without materials from ores, certain goods cannot be sold at all. So how do we tackle this problem? Wages. At the moment, everyone is practically self-employed under a freelance measure, which in turn has caused severe inflation and deflation, even in a game with no real true economy. First way to tackle this would be to set a fair wage. Working for companies, we get hired for a monthly wage and our experience enables us to get promotions or better pay slips. Taking into consideration fuel, time offs and time ons, danger, distance, quantity, and quality. This is why learning how to fly specific ships would be awesome rather than the same keys for all vessels. Drakes are different to fly from RSIs, which are different to fly from the Anvils, and so on and so on and so on. This would make orgs meaningful. So, another point to bring out, I can go deeper with some of this stuff, but I'm sure we get the point at this stage. This is how you would tackle inflation and deflation by setting a proper page wage slip, and controlling prices, especially via sectors, because 20,000 AUEC is not a lot of money, especially taking into consideration how you would make that money. And $1 million is not a lot of money. Now, once you make $1 million, once you make 8 million, once you make 20 million, what do you do once you've got all that money? There's nothing to do with all that money. So you've just gone and created inflation. Once things begin to have an economy, what you're going to find is obviously the people with the most money are going to start swapping up all the best things. Once all the best things have been swapped up, you're going to need miners to go out and mine the ores or the minables in order to recreate those goods. Which means you're always going to have like a lack of demand. What you'll find is that those prices will automatically stoop. This is when you start going into the more business financial side of things, ensuring that currencies pair off against each other and companies have stocks and shares, because these are also other ways of how you would control and manage not just companies and budgets and countries, etc., but also goods and, like, for instance, sometimes if you go into a supermarket, they will say one person is only allowed to buy so many items, because it's a way of controlling, it's how business works, mostly nowadays. It's the fair trade rule. So anyway, being able to buy equipment and sustainables from stores that are not only on planets and space stations. Wherever there are humans, you are more than likely going to find stores and superstores. This means stores on moons and asteroids. We do currently get them on asteroids, but more prominently, So, and anywhere else you may find a living soul with intelligence. I would like to see more life on moons. Currently, there are no domes supporting trees, bushes, or such, only plants. Humans are more than likely going to create domes like igloos, where they would manifest a growing colony of 500 to 1,000, or larger plots manifesting 2,000 to 4,000 and 5,000 to 8,000 souls. This would also indicate the implementation of schools, children, and more awareness to the verse. We can find life currently in the poles of Earth, which means you're more than likely going to find life on moons or anywhere where you're going to find human colonies, especially in expansion and growth, not just on space stations, guys. So, I would like to see better HUDs in ships. I would like to do a diagram, but depending on how the video does, depends on how it showcases this stuff, if I go deeper with it. But for now, I believe we get the gist and the point, right? So I would like to see better HUDs in ships, being able to switch out physical HUDs for holographic ones. This way, players could easily organize their HUDs with no distractions or duds, as one screen could be morphed into any desired shape consisting of crucial information, which would usually require many screens to achieve. I would like more intelligent bombs or smart bombs when considering missiles. These missiles could target specific components or place viruses, overheat enemy components, or shut down all systems like distortion guns. Right now, missiles are far too retro or modern, as are like the handguns, both pistols and rifles. I've seen many sci-fi movies and played many sci-fi games. And so I know there are specific guns you will need to defeat xenomorphs like aliens and monsters like those you can find in Halo. I would like to see a hell of a lot more guns, guys. So, more guns would be amazing. There are so many guns ranging from the Wild West days right the way out into the future on current day Earth, which in comparison to Star Citizen is currently embarrassing to say the least. I will do uploads covering physics in space, jump drives, inertia, and light speed in later uploads. So that's some of the stuff that I wanted to kind of bring out. It's funny how nowadays it keeps falling back to the economy and stuff that I would like to see implemented in game to help fix this crisis, because I don't know if we've noticed, but we're in a severe crisis. So like Grimhex and Pyro are two areas that clearly kind of visually state that. Whereas Microtech, ArcCorp, and Horizon kind of showcase it in a kind of, it's like an illusion. You kind of believe that you've gone to a place that offers you so much, but beneath the hood, it is nothing but grime. So this stuff really does need to be fixed. A quick way of fixing it, like I said, would be implementing more than one currency. At the moment, it's only the AUEC or whatever it's called. But we need a lot more currencies, guys. That's for starters. And another thing is the economy needs to be fleshed out, and cargo, import, export needs to be fleshed out, and job roles need to be fleshed out. Miners are doing far too much, especially for far too little, and their job roles are far too dangerous. That needs to be fleshed out, guys. And another way of tackling inflation deflation would be pay wage slips. Like whether it's monthly pay, weekly pay, even yearly pay, however you want to go about it, that needs to be tackled, guys. As well, something that really needs to be revamped, I guess you would say, is people's wallets. Ever since 4.0, I don't think any of our exchange, any of our money has been wiped. Sorry about that. This helps to encourage inflation, guys. I would like to know that our balance gets wiped and everyone starts again from scratch, and I would like this to be a consistency until we fix the economy and the inflation and the deflation in game. So that's me, your boy Patience. I hope you guys like what you be seasoning hers, and if you did, leave your likes, leave your thumbs and those comments down below, and if you have any queries, guys.